Well, Olivia Newton-John's husband has released an emotional new tribute to his late wife as friends and fans around the world continue to mourn the Australian entertainer. John Easterling posted this lovely photo of them together to ONJ's Instagram, writing, "At Olivia's deepest essence, she was a healer, using her mediums of song, of words, of touch. She was the most courageous woman I've ever known. In her most difficult time, she always had the spirit, the humour and the willpower to move things into the light. Even now, as her soul soars, the pain and holes in my heart are healed with the joy of her love and the light that shines forward. Our family deeply appreciates the vast ocean of love and support that has come our way." So beautifully written. And joining John in remembering Olivia today is her longtime friend, Didi Conn, who co-starred in Grease as Frenchy.
What? Isn't that great? Yeah. What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
No, not really, Frenchy, but I think I know a way I could be. Could you help me?
Of course.
Can I come over to your place?
Sure, come on.
The friend we all need. We are honoured to have Didi joining us now live from New York. Hello.
Oh, boy, I know that she's in my heart, but when I see that, it just, it really touches me. I cannot believe that the Opera House was pink. Oh, my goodness.
Wasn't that incredible?
A real pink lady.
Oh, it is so lovely of you to talk to us today, because I know you will be doing it really tough right now, because she was just so special. I understand you only spoke to her a month ago. Is that right?
Oh yes, yeah. We spoke. Well, she had sent me this gorgeous orchid plant. I had some kind of bad reaction to the booster or whatever it was, and she heard about it and she sent me this beautiful orchid plant, and I was calling to thank her. And she was so excited because an organization in Pasadena in California that makes service dogs, trained service dogs, they had offered her a puppy that they were training, and they were going to give it to her in September. And his name is Jack. It's a poodle. And she was really excited about that. So that's what we were talking about.
Oh, Didi, thank you so much for speaking with us this morning. You and Olivia, you struck up this gorgeous friendship that's obviously endured throughout the decades on Grease, as we just saw. We saw you getting a bit teary at the start of the interview, looking back at those memories, but what else do you remember from the time of making Grease?
Well, the very first shot in the movie that Olivia's in, well, besides the one that she's kissing John, at the beach, but the next one was her walking onto the campus of Rydell. And she got really nervous. I guess John put her at ease with that delicious kiss that he gave her. But there she was, having to act with all of us, and she was nervous. And I saw that, and I just started to improvise with her, just telling her, "Oh, I'm so happy to have a new friend from Australia. What's it like in Australia?" And she said, "Well, and I said, no, we're just having fun. We're improvising." "Oh, okay, good." Then she said, "Oh, well, it's very different there, but the boys are going one way and the girls going another, and I had to wear gloves." And all of a sudden, the director said, "Action." And we were relating, we were in character, we did our little scene, and afterwards she hugged me and said, they thanked me very, very much. And she's told me that over the years, I never can thank you enough for how you helped me that first day. And we had so much fun. We were all a lot older than the teenagers we were playing. So actually, all of us improvised after that, all the time, in between takes, and that gave us the license to be, a little bit silly or horny or whatever, And she just slid right into it. And of course, you know, in the beginning, she was the persona that she had been of this beautiful flower, this beautiful, perfect Sandy, you know. But I kind of sensed there was something else because I wanted her to be a pink lady too, you know.
Yeah.
And she had that opportunity at the end to blossom. You know, you just showed that scene where she says, "Can you help me?" You know, French. Well, that's kind of like the first makeover show, right?
Yes. And it was all Frenchy's handiwork. So true.
I'm telling you, right?
Didi, over the past
She
few days...
loved that.
Yeah. Over the past few days, I've been thinking a lot about our trip along the Great Wall of China in 2008. You were there by Olivia's side. That was the fundraiser that kicked off the fundraising to build her incredible cancer and wellness centre in Melbourne.
Yes.
Do you remember every morning we'd hold hands and sing Magic before we headed off? And
Yeah. Well, everybody there either knew someone who was dealing with cancer, or they had cancer, or they were what she would call thriving now, you know, after battling cancer. And so there was a unity of heart, you know, that we were going to do something to help Olivia to raise the money to build the Olivia Newton-John Cancer and Wellness Center. I got to go to the opening of that, which was thrilling, you know. And wellness aspect of that hospital was very important to her. As John so eloquently said, that she was a healer. And it was not only body, it was mind and spirit. And the wellness aspect of the hospital, there's all kinds of therapies, there's massage, and not just for the patient, but for the family, to keep, you know, a holistic approach to the family unit when you're going through such a thing. And this was all her brainchild, you know, and we were there on that wall supporting her.
I know.
Oh, Didi, how great it is just listening to you speak so high. How lucky Olivia would have been to have a friend like you. Thinking about all she has achieved and contributed over her lifetime, what do you think Olivia's legacy will be?
Oh, well, I think John put it beautifully. She would sign all her emails or texts, letters, love and light, Olivia, that she emanated that love and light. And I think she would like people to remember that. And yes, it came through her music. It came through her philanthropy. It came through everything that she did. It came through naturally with her absolute beauty. You know, she was so beautiful. So I think that's how she'd like to be remembered, as someone who really loved her husband and loved her daughter and loved her fans, and she would sing to them when she was in a concert. Her at the end. Oh, there's Joan Rivers. Do you remember what Joan Rivers said? Do you remember?
Yeah.
She said,
Yeah,
because
you
she was
tell
wearing
her.
high heels. Yeah, she was wearing high heels. And we said, high heels? And she said, I thought I'm going to the Great Mall of China.
What
It was the
awesome.
best. It was the best.
Yeah.
So many magic
So that's how
moments.
I think she'd like to be remembered, is just her heart open and inspiring people. I think that's how she'd like to
And
be
a
remembered.
great friend by the sounds of it as well.
Didi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I know it's tough for you. We're sending you a giant hug all the way to New York from us here in Sydney. But what a beautiful opportunity to celebrate the life of an incredible woman.
Yes, and it's so good to see you again. Yeah.
You too, Didi.
Well,
Thank you.
listen, my pleasure.
Oh, speaking of joyful, what a joyful lady.
She's awesome.
She's like from the movie.